One of the best decisions I made in my public life, perhaps the best, was to invite Brent Scowcroft to become my deputy security advisor. He was, of course, of great administrative ability, great human insight, and a subtle, impish sense of humor. We went through a number of crises together. First, as associates, but very soon as partners and friends. We had a number of Middle East crises, the resignation of President Nixon, the opening to China, and constant challenges from the Soviet Union. Brent helped traverse these issues and added calm, direction, and inspiration to them. After his service with me, he was appointed security advisor by President Bush, the only individual who's ever been asked to be security advisor of two different presidents. And in that capacity, he was active in the unification of Germany, in the Kuwait War, and in the disintegration of the Soviet Union. Wherever Brent served, he added dignity and stature. His outstanding traits were honor and patriotism. This enabled him to separate fact from fiction, and the essential from the trivial. For decades, he was a national conscience. For half a century, he was my friend and inspiration. Everyone whose life he touched will remember him. And the triumph of his career, of character, over circumstance.
What makes him so unique and well qualified, well regarded among his peers, is that he possesses great talent and ability while remaining humble and warm.
This is a great guy. This is a terrific guy. This is a born leader. This is a man with a sense of direction and purpose and decency.
In a town of oversized egos and undersized backbones, Brent's low-key, self-effacing demeanor, his steadfast integrity and common decency, but also his resolve and his moral and political courage truly set him apart as an example to all who aspire to high levels of public life.
Brent cared deeply about the Atlanta Council and its mission. Over many decades, he acted to help resolve conflict, build agreement, and attract talented people, including his work with every council chairman over the past 20 years. It wouldn't be an exaggeration to say that he saved the council on more than one occasion. He had a vision for its purpose and a reason to ensure that the council not only survived, but flourished and would grow to work with another generation. He was, by nature, a private person, attending as needed, but not relishing the pomp and circumstance that goes with official Washington. That wasn't his style, but it also didn't fit with a personal ethic where selflessness ranked high. Family was everything to him. He traveled to New York every weekend to see his daughter and granddaughter and cared patiently and lovingly for his wife. I want to end with what I believe was his greatest gift, the gift of judgment. He had a strategic view of what was in the best interest of this country and also what was in the best interest of the world in which we live, and he dedicated his life to it. That, coupled with his quiet humility and unsurpassed capacity for kindness, was his greatness.
Brent Scowcroft was the creator of the modern National Security Advisor. He established the model. The honest broker, enjoying the confidence of his national security colleagues while running a fair and open decision-making process. The trusted counselor, sharing his advice privately with the president. The modest professional, working largely behind the scenes and off stage. A power player, to be sure, but with his ego well in hand, ready to give credit to others for success and to accept responsibility for failure. Brent's personality, temperament, and character perfectly fit the model that he established for the office. A person of humility, but with enormous personal and intellectual gifts. Someone who treated everyone with respect, from foreign leaders to personal staff. A confident man who attracted the nation's finest to his NSC staff and was secure enough to listen to them. Someone who always brought a unique perspective to the conversation while insisting on intellectual rigor and always asking, so what is the strategy? And when your answer failed to meet Brent's high standards, as it almost invariably did, Brent would tell you frankly that you had not persuaded him. But then, with that wonderful smile and great laugh of his, cheerfully invite you to come back and try again anytime. A person of bipartisan instincts, he worked across the political aisle and at both ends of Pennsylvania Avenue, strong in his conviction that America at its best could be a force for good in the world. And finally, that rarest of commodities, especially in Washington, a wise man, someone to whom it was worth listening. That was Brent Scowcroft. We will not see his like again.